Hey guys. Oop. Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Open Field Media Arena. This is our fifth arena. And hey, Ostanovievo, hello 2511, hello Sravenjit, hello Samith. It's very good to see you guys here. And this is our fifth arena. Hey, Pon Masur, my dear friend. It's very good to see you here. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Yes, I'm doing a little bit of a green screen today. I hope you guys were like it. I've discovered that it's a little bit we need more screen real estate to follow these arenas. So figure a green screen would do get some make it look a little bit better. Anyway, my apologies for starting late. I just had a very fun doubles match against my dear friend, International Master Mark Esserman. National Master Cinemania and myself played a match against Mark and Andromeda. And, Mark is a great friend, but Sid and I managed to win this game, and Mark was always raging, and it was actually fun to watch. Anyway, I'm going to give shout out to my dear friend Mark Esserman. He is, I think, still streaming. It's 7 Wise. So serious. And give him a follow if you haven't already. He's a great guy, and his streams are very, very instructive and very, very good to watch. All right. So, hey, Yango and boy. Young Lean Boy 123, thank you for the follow. That's very greatly appreciated. Nemo66 Raw, I actually like Museo Gambit. I played a couple of times. I think in some bullet game or blitz game, it's definitely playable. I'm not sure I would like to play Museo in a classical time frame. Anyway, so guys, if you haven't joined the arena yet, here is a command. If you enter the arena command, you have instructions what to do. The arena, as usual, this is our fifth arena, has $100 first prize for the winner, then 50 and 25 for the second and third place. And we actually have a really stacked field. We have a Grandmaster Vugar Rasulov, who is the star of this field. Then we have several international masters and several FIDE masters. And we have one and only Chelsea Monica joining here. Hey, Glamoring27, you should really thank Open Field Media. This is Open Field Media supporting my channel. That's the source of that gifted sub. And quick shout out to Chelsea Monica, who is a great streamer and a great friend. Please give her a follow. I think she's streaming her participation in this tournament, which I'm very much looking forward to following. All right, and thank you, Maria Yemilanova Photochess. She's now hosting this stream. Hey, Maria, it's very good to see you. Thank you for being here. A quick shout out to Maria, and please follow her stream. She is there, and sure, Ostanovievo, I'm more than happy to pass along whatever question you have when we are playing. And just for the record, I actually have done some calculations, and based on our FIDE rating, I think my chances of avoiding adoption are really absolutely minimal. We would have to play 400 games for me to have a chance to draw one game. The purpose of the match is not so much for me to try to avoid adoption. I don't think it's terribly likely, but to induce Sergey to join the Twitch community and to stream on Twitch, which I think can just really benefit everyone. Anyway, I know, of course, I'll do my best to avoid adoption, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so looking at the field here, and it looks like we have quite a lot of very strong players here. And we have at this point 35 players, and the It's starting in 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Please join. Join the club, Open Film Media Club, and then you can join the actual arena by clicking on the link in chat. I've just posted it. The prizes are 25 and for the third place, 50 for the second, and 100 for the winner. Hey, Pormasur, thank you. It's very good to see you. Hey, Sleepy Mario, you're more than welcome. It's actually a gift from Open Film Media, so I'll pass it along. And please, you're more than welcome. And a big shout out to Chess Lions. Daniel Devar is my friend. He's also a fellow streamer. He streams on Lee Chess, and he is one of the Masterful Chess organizers on Twitch. Please give him a follow. His channel is growing, and we can obviously support that growth. All right, so we still have 5 minutes before the beginning of this stream. I would like to make a couple of program announcements. If you put exclamation mark adopt, the next 2 adoption matches are listed there. Tomorrow I'm playing against WGM Laura Unuk of Chiquitas. That match actually begins not at the usual new time, but at 1 p.m. because Laura has some obligations with the Slovenian Chess Federation, so that's gonna delay the match by an hour. I'm looking forward to the match. It will be commentated by 2 strong ladies from Chiquitas, Lara Janželj and Teja Vidic. I played adoption matches against both of them. I'm looking forward to that match. I think I'm reasonably well prepared. I still have a little bit of time to prepare, so we'll see how it goes. Before I proceed about formal announcement of hey, International Master Leon Livaich, it's very good for the follow. Thank you. It's very good to see you here. Let me give a quick shout out to Adriana Nikola, who has joined the stream. She is a great lady and she's a great streamer. She just became a Twitch partner, so please give her channel a follow. Also, she successfully defended adoption against one and only, actually, no, sorry, it wasn't an adoption, it was an odds match, 10-3, and Adriana won that match in a great channel. So, no, International Master Leon Livaich, you don't need to. You are eligible to prizes just the playing. All you need to do is to join the Open Film Media Club and then join the arena. It would be an honor for you to play in this. I've posted the links. It's very good to see you. Hello, Hakim. It's very good to see you here too. And Vugar Rasulov won Title Tuesday last time. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I owe you guys one more announcement. That's probably the biggest announcement on this channel in a while. I will be playing against Grandmaster Sergei Karyakin on Tuesday. It's on noon Eastern time. That match will be commentated Maria Yemelyanova Photo Chess. And it will be a very interesting match. I'm looking forward to it. I don't have much chances. The match will be commentated by Maria and by International Master Eric Rosen. So I'm looking forward to I'm actually looking forward to the match. I'm also looking forward to seeing Sergey on Twitch. Hopefully that will result in Sergey maybe starting his own channel. That's kind of an idea. That's basically what happened with Badur Jobava. We invited him to an Open Film Media match, and then he started her own stream, and he is very popular. Hey, Turnip Swagger, my friend, it's very good to see you. I see that we have a very stacked field. I've seen that the usual that Samit has joined the field, and I'm still looking for. We'll see if International Master Leon Livaich will also join. I would be honored if he joins. So, and of course, Daniel, it's of course, please. This is an open arena. After all, Open Film Media is called Open Field for a reason. and we have the winner of the last week's tournament, Josef Taher, is also playing again. I'm seeing Bulldog 167. I'm seeing it's really quite a stacked field. Oh yeah, he's already in. I don't see him. Oh, is he Bulldog 167, Daniel? I don't see him here, or maybe he's anyway. I think if the field is going to continue to being this stacked, we're going to probably have to expedite, maybe get some more prizes for rating brackets. As I said, this is a pilot program for Open Field Media. It's going to probably be more such tournament in the future. Anyway, to be quite frank, the arena format is very good because it allows lots of people to participate. And we had the very first arena was won by somebody who was basically middle of the field by terms of rating. Okay, the arena starts in for Alex Tomic. Good to know. All right, the arena starts in right now. It started in 3 minutes. Let me see here. So this is the field. Let me look at the games. Games in progress. Okay, I think it's definitely worth a while to give some stronger players, and I'm gonna keep. I'm trying to decide whether it makes sense to keep this engine evaluation going or not. I think it makes sense to turn off the lines, but to keep the evaluation bar going. This is a game between Grandmaster Vugar Rasulov, who actually won the last title Tuesday, if I think. Oh, thank you, Smarts Guy. It's a gift from Open Field Media. Thank you. And Adriana, yes, it's this time it's 90-minute. It's a 90-minute arena. That's what we were asked to do. And this is an interesting English defense by way of Karl Khan, according to this low-level stockfish. It's definitely an interesting game. All right, let's keep this game going. Let's look at the game between the winner of the last tournament and basically one of the strongest, actually probably the strongest non-titled player, Artline BG, who is representing Bulgaria. There is a strong Bulgarian contingent here, and Josef has a little bit of a better position because this knight is very well placed and he's attacking. All right, let's pick up some more games to look at. I don't see any game finished. Let's take a look at Slippery Speedster and Dragon B70. This is a fine variation of English opening, and this is basically an equal position. And let's see here. All right, let's look at a couple of more games. Hakim is a friend of the channel. I would really like to take a quick look at his game. He is playing Hitalex, so basically this is the duel of the 2000s. Hey, Smash Knife Fools, thank you for spamming my emotes. That's very greatly appreciated. Let's take a quick look and see how this we can stay here. Hitalex has an exchange advantage and this very strong pawn, a pawn, which gives him a decisive advantage in this here. Let's go back to all right, so Josef Taher, a very strong grandmaster, winner of our previous arena, has won. Okay, so we can close that game. Let's see what other games are being played. Mishka Fighter and Stefan 95 are playing. This is a very interesting position. Material is equal and there is a pin, but let's see. White has several options here to protect the knight. Looks like an interesting position. Let's go to Dragon B70, who is from Hungary. He played in quite a lot of our arenas, and he actually has been on the podium more than once. For the record, this is the 5th Open Film Media Arena. We're going to continue this format in the future. We're actually looking into expanding it, so we're open to suggestions. Please post them in the chat or in chat or DM. Okay, let's look at some other games. And all right, so basically, International Master Leon Livajic, who, correct me, Daniel, if I'm wrong, who is playing as Bulldog 168, is leading. So there is a leading group, and he actually has just won another game. So him and Fritzi, who has actually won one of these arenas, I think arena number 3, they are now leading. And let's maybe pick one of their games to take a quick look. But all right, I'm going to take a look at the game between Chelsea Monica, who is a great streamer and a friend of the channel. Unfortunately, she is here in trouble against Vugar Rasulov from Azerbaijan, who is basically, I think, the strongest player of this field. So, it doesn't look good for her. So let's take a quick peek at a couple of other games. 2511 is a moderator and a great supporter of this channel. He's playing against Flox. Flox is a very strong player, and I'm actually curious to see how this game is going to end up. Ooh, this is actually starting to be an interesting position. And actually, this was a huge blunder by 2511. He taking pawn on this pawn on h6, that pawn is poisoned because now black promotes and should be able to win this position. Okay, so Grandmaster Rasulov has won one against Chelsea. And let's look at some other games and take a quick look at the standings. Okay, so International Master Livajic and basically the 2600 group is separating. And so Vugar Rasulov has drawn his first game, therefore he is not in the leadership group. And we have plenty of very strong players who are still playing and still looking for their first win. Hey, Van de Veen Corals, thank you for being here, and thank you, Dede, for the strong field. Yes, this is a very strong field today, which on some level is really good, but I think if it's gonna continue being this strong, we're gonna have to do some brackets for prizes, so to allow lower rated players to participate effectively. All right. Okay, so let's see here. Let's look. Unknown Legend and International Master Livajic. Wow, Unknown Legend is a very strong FIDE master from Sri Lanka. He has actually won and be second here. He has a very good position against Livajic here. So let me take a quick look at a couple of other games. Let's see. So Velemeister 767276 is a FIDE master, Alex from Serbia, and he's playing a player that doesn't have a title, but it's as strong as any title player. It's Artline BG, which I presume BG stands for Bulgaria. He's a very strong Bulgaria player, and this promises to be a very interesting game. I would prefer to be white here because the black rooks are so passive. So he played King H3 here for the purpose of not allowing. He didn't want to allow Rook G8, which would be a little bit of a problem. And I think this computer evaluates this as equal, and it does look as equal. Yeah, there is a Rook F4, and it's it's definitely a drawish position here. This pawn on h4 is, yeah, there is a mate now threat on h1. It's actually, I think it makes sense for us to stay with this game. It proves to be a very interesting endgame. All right, that's perfectly fine move. And I would probably in this position, yeah, king h4 is fine. And this is now a fairly straightforward draw. Yep. And both sides are going to have a passed pawns. And it's going to be, yeah, basically this game is going to end 2 pawns versus 2. Both are passed. There is this is very draw. I'm going to go back to the game between Bulldog and Bulldog. Actually, Livac managed to significantly improve his position. This is now a dangerous endgame for white, and yeah, and that's, let's see, oh wow, so Unknown Legend has blundered the rook, and basically the strategy here is to bring the knight to f6 at the right moment, and then yeah, that's exactly what Leon is going to do. He is creating an extra tempo, and he's now going to play king f7 after forced take on f6, and that's basically the game. All right, so let's look at the game between Stefan 95, who is a very strong FM from Serbia, and Vugar Rasulov. Right. And yeah, oh wow, this is still going on. This is still drawn. I really don't see how, yeah, and now this is a dead draw. Okay, very good. Let's go back to, so Bulldog, that's International Master Leon Livac from Croatia, is actually leading. And we have a group of 4 players, all with 9 points, which means they scored 3 wins in the tournament. Which, if you look closer, and then we have a whole group of people who played only 2 games, and now they're being joined by other players. One thing about arena format that sometimes it's not just how many players, how many games you win, it's also how many games you play, and managing the time you spend in an arena is very important. That's something that I learned myself. Anyway, okay. So it's an interesting field. For example, what's for me is very amazing is that somebody who's as strong as Chelsea Monica is one of 3. And let's take a quick look at some other games. All right, so let's take a quick look at Halvard, who is a big friend of the channel. He is playing against the great Ayush, for 1200 player from, this is I think India, sorry. And looks like he's in a pretty good shape here, so we're gonna come back a little bit later. Dragon B17, Brilliant Stork are both stalwarts of these arenas. They played in more than one, and let me see how well they do here. I think Brilliant Stork is actually Ostanovjevo, the streamer, so I'm gonna give him a little bit of a shout out. Hey, I'm a shy guy, it's very good to see you. So give Ostanovevo a follow. Oops, no, it would be good if I knew how to type. All right, very good. Yes, so give him a follow and a shout out. He's a great guy. And I just want to say thank you, Implicants, for the follow. That was a while ago. These arenas actually have a surprisingly high workload here, so we are. Sorry, I missed that. Okay, so this promises to be an interesting game between Chelsea and Monica, but unfortunately Chelsea here is down a piece, and this position is not very promising. Going back to our field, let's see. Let's take a quick look at the game between Adriana and how to move a knight, and Adriana is actually in a little bit of trouble here. Hey, Rhodes, big shout out and thank you for the Road to GM 3000 who just raided with a party of 62. Thank you, Road to GM 3000. That's very kind of you. Big shout out to Road to GM 3000. That's one of the most instructive streams on chess. What did I? It's a Road to GM with a 2. My bad. Thank you for the raid. Raiders, welcome to the Open Film Media Cash Prizes Arena. This is a weekly feature on my channel. It's sponsored by Open Film Media. Open Film Media is a company that I'm one of the principals. This is the 5th such arena, and I'm going to show you here, we have a fairly strong field. We have International Master Leon Livovic from Croatia. We have Grandmaster Vugar Rasulov, the winner of the last Titled Tuesday. We also have quite a strong field. If any of the raiders, this arena has just started. We're 15 minutes into a 90-minute arena, so everything is still there to play for. ! Arena will provide you with information about the arena and also how to join it. Basically, you need to join the Open Film Media Chess Club, and then you can join the arena. Their cash prizes are $100 for the first player, then for the second and third, $50 and $25 respectively. Adriana is playing this a little defensively, but I think she is. Yeah, this is a very interesting trick. According to the computer, there is a way to avoid trouble. Yes, and that's basically to take on e5. But yeah, and now this turns into a little bit of a drawish position. All right, let's take a quick look at some other games. I would like to take a quick peek at the game between the winner of last week's arena, International Master Joseph Taher, who is from Indonesia. And yeah, and he unfortunately has just lost the game against Artline BG from Bulgaria. Okay, let's take a quick look at some other games. Let's take a look at the two leader of the tournament. It's International Master Leon Livovic, who plays under Nick Bulldog 168, and he is playing a Montenegrin Alex Tomic, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So that promises to be a very interesting game. We're going to stay with it for a little bit. I actually like White's position here better, because it appears that this White's attack is a little bit more concrete, and now White actually has an extra pawn. But the question here is, how does White prevent some potential attacks around the size of Queen h4? Okay, Rook g4 is one way of doing it. The problem with that move is, and I'm gonna just check the line here, yes, that after, interesting, so after Rook d5, and I'm gonna turn this off just to prevent sniping. So basically, computer here likes, hey, congratulations, Amit. Thank you for the win. I hope it's the first of many. Okay, so basically the moves that Black needed to find were Queen f5 or Rook d5, and the Rook d5 is not easy to find. It's not a natural move, and this is now a little bit of a problem for White, because and now Knight. Okay. Queen g4, and it's trouble. Yeah, and now Knight f4 is a very dangerous move, I would think. Okay. Okay. All right, let's take a look. So, all right. Okay. Now, yeah, that's bishop d5 prevents rook h1. And now, believe it or not, computer considers this position better for black because of potential queen rook g5. And let's see how Alex, yeah, unfortunately, queen a4 is not the right move in this position. Obviously, Alex Tomic is much stronger player than I would ever be. But anyway, so look, let's take a quick peek at the standing. Basically, Leon Livaich is running away with the field. He's followed by Vugar Rasulov, who is 4.5 out of 5. And I'm not sure we have any other players that we have won all 5 games. That's actually a very interesting, it's a very interesting field. Let's see. Oh, and I just noticed that I think we got the chesstv.host. We have lots of people joining out. For those of you who have joined out, my name is Nikola Stojsin. This is an Open Field Media Cash Prizes arena. It's arena that happens every Saturday at 9:15 Eastern Time. This particular arena is at is 3-0 and it lasts 90 minutes. We have a very strong field in this particular arena. We have winner of last title Tuesday, Grandmaster Vugar Rasulov in the field. We have International Master Leon Livaich, who is leading the arena. We have lots of very strong streamers. We have Chelsea Monica, and it's very strong field, and I'm actually very, very much looking forward to these arenas. All right, so, and Leon has just won one more game. Let's see. Let's pick a couple of games to follow. This is a game between WGM Adriana Nikola, who is a streamer and a friend of this channel, who regularly appears in these arenas, and Unknown Legend 15, who has been on the podium, I think, already 2 or 3 times. So this promises to be an interesting game. Let's take a quick peek at who else is playing. Okay, well, let's see. Oh, wow. I'm actually want to see this because my dear friend Flox, who is a very strong 1950 to 2000 player like myself, is facing a very strong grandmaster, and he's a little bit of a trouble here, but this position looks like it's still redeemable, or maybe not. Yeah, the problem here is that he now needs to relinquish d file and d7, and after, if the rook moves, then knight c8 and then rook d7 and bishop a7 falls. I have to admit, I'm supposed to be neutral as a commentator, but I'll always root for Flox. The problem here is that now after knight f5, rook falls, and that's basically the end of the game. It's tough to play against people who are 1,000 rating points stronger than you, and Flox has resigned. Good game, Flox. All right. So basically that brings Vugar to the top of the field, and let's see who is playing. What other game is of interest? Let's see. Oh wow! All right, this I want to see. One of the stalwarts of the Chess on Twitch Steam, Smash Time Fools is playing against Rasulov. Let's see how well that goes. Smashy is from Israel, and he's actually quite a strong player. Hey, Pizza Racer, my friend, it's very good to see you guys. And just for the purpose of letting everybody know, this is a weekly arena on my channel. It's sponsored by Open Field Media. And I just realized that Open Field Media is going to kill me that I didn't put Open Field Media logo on this layout. This is my first time I'm streaming with green screen, so oops. My apologies. This you have a command of OFM in the channel to do this. If you this weekly arena has cash prizes with $100 for the winner, 50 and 25 for second and third place. Hey Hazelot, it's very good to see you. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you so much. Anyway, so this I have to say that Smashy is putting up a very strong resistance. I mean, yes, this knight on e6 is a monster, but it's, you know, there's still a lot to play with. Play for, you know, it's this looks like it had been a lap in Sicilian. Yeah, looking here, and here is an interesting point. The evaluation just literally swung in the side of Smashy, and oops. So I'm actually curious to see what was Smashy supposed to find. Yeah, all right. So he needed to find knight f3 here. Knight f3, and why is knight f3 such a great move? Because after knight f3, gotcha. So rook takes on d5, and you have a pretty strong attack here against the open king. Wow. All right, so I'm actually going to show you this. All right, but I'm actually going to show you this line. Let's see. All right, rook f5, b3. So basically, Smashy was supposed to find this line, and I can't move. I'm not allowed to do this. I would need to get an opening position, so I apologize. Okay. Hey, 2511. Yes, I think what we're going to have to do oh, Max, congratulations. Drawing an IM is wonderful. Thank you. That's great for you, and congratulations. I'm very proud for you. I'm going to turn off the lines to avoid potential stream swiping. And 2511, yeah, unfortunately, it's pretty good. Playing against title players is tough. I can relate. I played lots of adoption matches against them. Anyway, all right, so let's go back to the field and see what. All right, so basically, Stefan 95 is actually playing quite well, but there are lots. The top of the field is still here. I think International Master Livac is kind of, he is the person to beat here. But here is a perfect illustration why these arenas have an interesting format. You see, they're very close, and the only reason they're close is because Stefan 95 can play an extra game. So arena format lends itself to interesting play throughout the tournament. And we'll see how this one goes. Let's see if there is a game we would like to see. Okay. Let's see. We already have this one in play. I would like to see a game between Stefan 95. These are the game between two leaders of the field. And okay, so here Stefan 95 is down an exchange, but that's really not the problem. The problem is that white, in addition to this, has an attack. All right, queen c6 does stop it briefly. Okay, but after rook e6 at some point, it's going to be, yeah. And that's actually a fairly tricky move, especially in a blitz game. It's actually a nasty threat. Let me see what's the best. Oh, okay. All right. So basically, what white is saying: take on g2. Okay. And I think here, yeah, you have this. All right. This is actually a very interesting game. Let's stay with it for a little bit. Okay, rook a7. Now, what's the best way for... The problem here is that Are they gonna aim for a draw here? How does white prevent rook d1? Okay, there we go. Rook d1 has been played. And computer judges this position to be roughly equal, which is one of those frustrating things. Okay, that's a very good move. Now, all right, f4 has been played, which attacks the rook. All right, and now white has a draw because unless... Ooh, that doesn't work. And this is why it doesn't work. Yeah. Good. So looks like Stefan 85 has actually stopped the march of Bulldog 167 towards the top of the board. Of the tournament, of the leaderboard. So, hey, Alessia Santaramo, very good to see you here. Thank you for joining the stream. It's very good to see you. Alessia, I'm hoping to see you play in one of these tournaments at one of these days. But thank you for joining us, please. And yeah, thank you, 2511, for Alessia shout out. Kikiriki Caucus, thank you for the follow. Let's pick up some games to follow. It's now everybody's tournament. This is an interesting... This promises to be an interesting game between the winner of the last week's arena and the leader or somebody or near leader of yesterday's today's arena. So this appears to be another Alapin Sicilian, which appears to be rather popular today. And hey, Bridgeport Mitch, thank you for the follow. That's very greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Hey, Dirkie, my friend, thank you for joining this, joining the stream. So this, we're gonna come back to this game. Let's see what other game we want to take a quick look. And let's take a look at the game between Dragon B70 and the leader of the tournament, Grandmaster Rasulov. And this is a draw between an international master and a grandmaster. So Dragon B70 did well. At least, you know, I would love to be able to say that I drew against somebody as strong as Wooger. And most importantly, that breaks Wooger's streak. So we're getting some interesting opportunities for other people in the field, because Leon Livovich lost and now Wooger had his streak broken. Let's take a quick peek at the standings. And basically, yes, Wooger is still leading. And what happened here? Hold on. What was this? Did Chelsea blunder a queen? Chelsea blundered the queen. Wow. Okay. I guess it happens to all of us. I have to say, as somebody who is a putzer, seeing strong title players do Bottas Gambit, I have to say it makes me feel a little bit better. And we'll see. All right. Oh, a huge shout out to Anamaya Kazarian, who has just joined the stream. Hey, Anamaya, it's very good to see you here. Big shout out to Anamaya. Okay, I hope I can. Yeah, thank you. It's very good to see you. Was last seen playing Twitch Sings. Incidentally, guys, I know that everybody in Twitch just knows who Anamaya is, but I didn't know, at least. Anamaya has a beautiful voice. So it's, it was actually very nice to see her perform quite a few Twitch Sing songs, and it's very good to see you here in the channel. I hope to see both Anamaya and Alessia one of these days perform, play in one of these tournaments. So anyway, it's good to see you both. Thank you for being here. We have a very strong field today. We have a grandmaster, a couple of very strong international master. International master Leon Livajic from Croatia is considered to be a super IM because he's very strong. So let's see. All right, so I actually want to see this game between Smash Time Fools and Dragon B70. Smash Time is famous on Twitch on chess. He is a very strong player, and this looks like a better position for black because he has two pieces versus rook and pawn. Now can he take on b2 here? Yes, he can. So this promises to be a very interesting game. Let's take a look at a game of two very strong players here, and looks like Leon Livajic has a one position here. He's up a piece and he's up on time. So this looks like a win. Going back to the arena, let's see. We haven't seen the Machine of 4 game yet, and Slippery Speedster is a very strong player. He is stronger than quite a few titled players, and this is a position in which material is equal, but black has a strong passed pawn on a5. Okay, that promises to be an interesting game. Let's see, queen d2, okay, and yeah, all right, knight b5. Does white have? Okay, obviously that's the reason. Knight b4. All right, but black has what? All right. So, yep, and that's... Now, didn't black have knight a3 here in the previous move? What am I missing? After this? Oh, yes, so white had rook a3, which would have been a one move. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's see the continuation of the game. All right. All right. So let's see. So white is here, has 2 pawns for a piece, but he has a very strong passed pawn. It's an interesting game. And Leon Livajic has won his game against Josef Tucker. So, all right. And this appears to that, but yeah, black here has a better position and more time. And yeah, and that's the winning move. And this is basically over. Okay. That was a very interesting game. Let's look at the leaderboard. So Rasulo Vugar is still leading, followed by Stefan 95 and Slippery Splipster. And okay, so the field is still very condensed. I think the fact that Stefan 85 has a streak of 7 won games is basically why he is leading or very close to the leader, but Vugar has 10 of 11. Let's take a look at a couple of games. We are close to the halfway of the tournament, and it's very good. No, Alessia, I'm doing my usual stream. I'm streaming from I'm just decided that because I need more real estate to do these arenas effectively, that I'm going to take advantage of a green screen. So, Dragon B70, no need to give up. Let me take a look where you are at. You are, yeah. Well, there is still almost an hour to play. Plenty of everything to play with, and we're gonna have to find the right format here. Maybe spread the prices maybe give people have some ratings brackets and so on and so forth. So we're going to evaluate that at the end of the year, and we're going to continue with these arenas. I actually really like them, and I actually enjoy commentating them, and thank you. It's always good to see so many. It's such a strong field. This is actually the strongest field we have ever had, so it's fabulous. Okay, so let's see. We didn't give Lasayon any. We'll take a look at any of his games. He is an international master from Indonesia. Let's take a look at that game. Looks like he's played 25-11, and 25-11 is not, my dear friend is not having a very good tournament today. Let's see. He's also a streamer and a friend and a mod in this channel. Give him a follow. He's a great guy. He's very young, and his chess is bound to get stronger and stronger. Him and I actually have played several very interesting games, and yeah, but he is in trouble here. Okay, let's move on to another game. Let's see how is Unknown Legend faring against Vugar, and let's see. Unknown Legend has been on the podium in almost every single arena we have played, and looks like Unknown Legend is doing well in this position. He is a pawn up, and he has very active rooks, and Vugar is in trouble here. Okay, let's see how this turns out. I don't see any immediate but this now drops, is very close to dropping a pawn. And yeah, and after knight c3, okay, knight a4, perfect move. I don't see how white is going to, let me see here. All right, so let's see all right. So after knight b5, I think, yeah, knight b5, white is winning. Thanks. Yeah, all right. Yeah, thank you, 25-11. Yes, please do so. This is perfectly fine. All right, so now Unknown Legend has 2 pawns, and let's see what happens in this game. Okay, now, all right, now what's the best way to proceed here for white? You can't really bring the rook over. Yeah, that's fine. Now queen is reasonably safe, and I think white here can just proceed to push the pawns. Yeah, and yeah, and even this, I don't think that saves black, because if he takes and then rook c2, c7, and white pawn is gonna do its damage. Now just c7, and this is winning. All right, let's take a look. We haven't seen a recent game from how to move a knight, and this appears to be even. We're gonna go back to this game, and looks like Unknown Legend is gonna win this because he's gonna promote. And yeah, and I don't think those 2 pawns are gonna make a difference alone against, yeah, and this is basically now, it's the knight falls, and the streak of Grandmaster Vugar has been broken again. Let's see how's Leon doing. This is his game against international master Josef Tacher. This is he is actually better in this position. Let's go back to the standings, and basically the field has separated itself, but it's still everybody's tournament. We are actually halfway through it. It's not is not that, I don't think it's everybody's tournament. First I think everybody who is first 6 players are within striking distance of the first, and Stefan 95, a FIDE master from Serbia, has actually just took over the lead, which is great. And so now this game is basically a game that Leon needs to win in order to catch up and make a beeline for the top, for the leaderboard. Okay, let's see what happens here. All right, let's look at some other games. Artline versus Vugar Rasulov. Artline is a very strong Untitled player for Bulgaria, and he has a better position here. This was East Indian defense, e3, c5. Still a very, very, very tough position from Vugar, who may actually be on his way to losing 2 games in a row, which would be amazing given that Vugar is a very strong grandmaster and a winner of Titled Tuesday. Okay, going back to Bulldog and Josef Tucker, Leon is still in better position here, mostly because of Black King is in a little bit of trouble. And let's see if Josef will be able to save this game. And all right, interestingly enough, is that computer considers this position completely won, and this is why, because knight e4, and that's basically the tactical strike that Leon missed. Wow. Okay. Let's go back. Let's look at Stefan 95's game. Stefan is the leader, the current leader of the tournament. Rook b5. Okay, he has here a better position. Let's look at the Vugar's game real quick. So these are the games of the 2 leaders. And there is all marbles to be played here. Let's pick one more game to follow. Bullet Mercenary has joined the field. Bullet Mercenary is a fellow streamer. And hey, Young June 12, it's very good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for joining the stream. Oh, and it's my bad. Chelsea actually raided us with a while ago with a party of 39. It's thank you. That's very greatly appreciated. And let's give a shout out to Bullet Mercenary, who has recently started streaming, and another shout out to Chelsea Monica, who is a friend of the channel and who is a great friend. Yes, Rank Pyro, can't believe myself that it's been already 9 months. That's, if anybody asks me, I would say 3 or 4 months, but now it's actually 9 months, believe it or not. Time flies, especially on Twitch. Anyway, all right, so this is an equal position between 2 very strong players. And Stefan 95 has won his game against the Machine of 4. Let's see how the game between Vugar and this is. Honestly, would like to stay with this game for the very simple reason that this is a rook endgame, something that I've been trying to improve myself with. Okay, right. So I'm not sure that, I think Black's plan is to, yeah. Okay. All right. This appears now to be very much drawn. Yeah. Black is going to take on a2. Oh, but now it's even more deadly drawn here. Okay. Yeah. However, Artline is completely low on time, so basically he's going to lose in time in this position. Okay, very good. So that game was won by flag. going back to, let's see, so that means Stefan 85 continues his lead with, let's see what Slippery Speedster is doing. He is not playing. Let's see, this is a game between a Grandmaster and International Master, and let's follow this with a game between Midedu, and I actually don't know the full name of the FIDE Master from Serbia. If Daniel is in chat and can help us, I would greatly appreciate that. Okay. All right, very good. So we are now past the halfway point on the tournament, and this is, if you look at the leaderboard, it's still, I think the first three has basically separated themselves. And yeah, Bulldog 167 has just won a game. He's 10 out of 12. And I think he still has plenty of time to catch the leadership. And Vuger has won the game against Lassayon. So it's there is a neck-and-neck battle for the first position. All right, let's look at Stefan 95. He is playing Hakim Live. Hakim Live is a friend of the channel and a great friend, but he is about my rating and he's playing a very strong FIDE Master for Serbia, so he's in a little bit of trouble here. And looks like this is gonna come down to time, although, and Bullet Mercenary actually has a really good position here. Now he can just play Bishop F3, and okay, he didn't play that, but there are only, yeah, he's gonna win this game on time. That's brutal. Let's take a look, see what Slippery Speedster is doing. Okay, and yeah, so where is Slippery Speedster here? There we go. Slippery Speedster has actually just won the game. All right, let's go back to Leon Livage for a second. Yeah. Okay, so this is an equal position. According to the computer, you have this very strong pawn chain. But yeah, Chepak shouldn't have allowed this. He could have taken on b6 before. It's a tough game. Anyway. Oh, and just one quick program announcement for those of you who have joined us. Welcome to Open Field Media Cash Prizes Arena. This is a weekly stream on my channel. It's hosted and sponsored by Open Field Media. The first prize is $100 for the winner, $50 and $25 for the second and third. It's every Saturday. The stream begins at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and the arena begins at 9:15, 15 minutes later. This is, we are halfway into the tournament. This is 90 minutes, 30, and 3+0 arena. And if you look at the leaderboard, the leaderboard is it's led by Stefan 95, who is a FIDE Master from Serbia, followed by Grandmaster Vuger Rasulov from Azerbaijan, who actually has won the latest title titled Tuesday. And we have a very strong field. We have Slippery Speedster, International Master Lassayon, and also Bulldog 167, which is a nickname of Super IM Leon Livage from Croatia, and Unknown Legend, who has historically been on a podium in quite a few of these arenas. This is a fifth arena. He is catching up, and he is basically aiming to catch the leaders. So it's everybody's game to still look. Oh, and a huge shout out to my very dear friend and coach, International Master Mark Esserman, who has just joined us. And please, Mark, did I manage to? Oh, Sorry, I managed not to see this raid. Getting these arenas is tough. Oh, thank you, 2511. Here, Mark, a shout out. And thank you, Mark, for the raid. That's very greatly appreciated. Welcome, Raiders. This is a weekly arena sponsored by Open Field Media, or Open Field Mockery, as Mark would say. Mark, thank you for being here. And please, please give Mark a huge follow. Mark is a great guy. I learned a lot from him and his streams. He has this fabulous lectures on various aspects of chess, and he is probably one of the most educational streams on Twitch. So yeah, this is definitely a crazy game, and I love how in these games, when humans are playing, the evaluation goes back and forth. I think what this is gonna come down to is time, because Leon is leading. Oh, okay. I guess I spoke too soon. Oh, thank you, Mark, for subscribing for seven months. That's an honor, and it's very good to see you here. Samit, please keep playing. The tournament is only a little more than halfway through. It's definitely, everybody's marbles is worth playing for. And if you look closer, it's still plenty of everything to play for. I think the first 6 players have actually a chance of catching up. So let's see how are our leaders doing. And I also want to take a quick look at the game between 2 friends, Phlox, who is a very strong Untitled player, and Bullet Mercenary. And Phlox is actually inflicting some damage here on Bullet Mercenary. So let's see how this goes. All right, and time is about equal, and I know from first hand that time matters especially when you're playing Bullet Mercenary, and this appears to be a pretty interesting endgame position in which Black has a piece up, but those 2 passed pawns are very well advanced and they're kind of dangerous, though they're kind of blocked by this knight. Yes, b5 promises some advantage, but let's see what happens here. Okay, and now I would be worried here if I were white. This is a drawn position according to average evaluation, but it's hard to judge. And yeah, now knight e5 promises Black some advantage, and these 3 pawns. Hey, Gomezeta238, it's very good to see you. Thank you. And okay, now, all right. That's a very interesting endgame. And yeah, unfortunately, Phlox has lost on time. Good game to both Phlox and Bullet Mercenary. Phlox actually had a better position, but playing against a very strong player who, on top of it, has a reputation for being fast is really tough. All right, let's see. So let's see a game by Leon. Leon here has one position against Brilliant Stork. Brilliant Stork, if I'm not mistaken, is the chess.com nick by Ostanovievo, the chess streamer, who is a friend of the channel and a great player. And I'm afraid that Leon has this position completely won. Let's see here. This doesn't look very well for Black because of. All right, let's see. Yeah, White is a pawn up. I think he can even play something like Bishop b5, and this is completely one position for Leon Livage. All right, let's stay with this position. Yeah, and yeah, extra piece, extra pawn. Actually, not extra pawn, but this is rough. Even he could have played here. Yeah. And this is not going well. Let's look at a couple of other. Let's see what how is Grandmaster Rasulov doing against Midedu FIDE Master from Serbia, who has been having a rough tournament. Bye, Samit. It was very good to see you here. Thank you for joining the stream. Looking forward to seeing you in more of these and seeing you stream more. All right, let's see. Okay, let's look at the game by... Oh, okay, this is probably a little bit of a mismatch. This is Stefan 85 playing against a player that's 877. Now, why I have to say if I was X-Hive 24, I would be very happy to play about somebody that's strong. The problem here is that, yeah, I think the threat here is bishop b6 mate, and there is no effective way to prevent it. Okay, let's see a game between these two players, Vugar and Midedu. And this is an interesting position in a sense that Black has this advanced pawn, but it's not immediately clear how Black can promote it. And computer actually treats this position as equal. Okay. And the problem that Midedu had, and one of the reasons he is in trouble here, and this is a tough tournament for him, is that he is out of very low on time, and now he has just blundered a rook, which somehow wasn't taken. I may be missing something, but okay. This is still an easily won position for Vugar, so we're gonna go. But Stefan 85 is now kind of running away with the leaderboard. Basically, I think what has happened here is that we have two fights. We have a fight between Stefan 85 and Vugar Rasulov for the first place, and we have several players, Slippery Speedster, Bulldog 167, which is Leon Livaich, Lasayon for the third place. Smash Time Fools and Unknown Legend 15, I think, is still within striking distance. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right, so this is a game of Stefan 85. Oh, wow, he actually played the Angled Gambit. Interesting. And let's see and Vugar is playing against Unknown Legend, who is a very strong FIDE master for Sri Lanka. And Unknown Legend is actually have a slightly better position, or at least equal. So these are the two games between the two leaders. Let's go back and let's see a couple of other players. Let's see. Oh, Bulldog 167 is playing against Pawn Masur. Pawn Masur is a dear friend of mine. He is well known to everybody on Twitch. He is a very strong 1600 player. He is underrated, but I'm afraid that he is a little bit overmatched here, yet he is still putting up a valiant struggle. And go, Pawn Masur, you can do it. The problem here is it's not immediately obvious how white can stop Rook G2 here. All right, and just a quick note, Unknown Legend has actually won a game against Vugar Rasulov, so that gives Stefan 85 a chance to continue his streak. Let's see how's Stefan 85 doing. He is playing, wow, he is actually in trouble against Venividi Vici 12345, who is a 2000 player from United States. Oh, the giving, it's my honor. That's basically, you don't need to thank me. That's basically Open Field Media supporting this channel. So thank you. And Spiritualite, thank you. Hello, chess community, back at you. It's very good to see you here. And Bulldog 167 has actually won this. But let me see if, hold on, what happened here? The Venividi Vici was completely winning here, okay, and then, oh no, he blundered he blundered the bishop. Okay. All right. Well, this is still an interesting position for Stefan. He is now actually slightly better. I'm not sure that, yeah, and that's the problem. Now queen e3, queen c1, and we have, after queen, yeah, queen b2, oh, okay, I thought he's going to take on a2, but all right. Okay, the difference in this game is that, this actually Stefan misplayed this. And one thing, and this is one thing even I know, and I'm not even a 2000 player, that one passed pawn in queen's endgames is actually stronger than, can be as strong, if not stronger, than a lot of passed pawn in any other endgames. And this is now an interesting position here is that this is going to end up being a draw or very close to a draw. Okay. The only advantage Black has here is the fact that, yeah, it's going to come down to time. The Venividivic is going to lose because he is going to blunder a pawn in not having basically severe time trouble. I see that my dear friend Max Mlinek, who I actually ignored throughout this tournament, and I owe him an apology for it, he is actually having a very good tournament. Let's take a look at this game. Sunseeker 2K, thank you for the follow. That's very greatly appreciated. Thank you. And let's take a look at Max's game. He is quietly having a very good tournament. He has 30 points and he is in 14th place, which is really nice. Hey, Lali, my friend, it's very good to see you here. Thank you for joining the stream. We have 25 minutes left in this fifth Open Field Media Cash Prizes arena. And to go back here, it's the leaderboard is basically Stefan 95, who has been on an unbelievable streak. I think he has won 15 games in a row. Is leading over Vugar Rasulov, and Slippery Speedster and Latsayon and Buldu 167 are all very much in play for the third place. So basically this comes down to two races, I would say, given that we are entering the last stretches of this tournament. It's Stefan 85 versus Vugar Rasulov for the first place, and Slippery Speedster, Latsayon and Bulldog 167 for the third place. But since Max is very close to the top of our leader for 12 and a half in 20 games, is a really good standing, and I think he's having a very good thing. Patrick FM 2300, it's 2511. Thank you. He had already posted that in the chat. You can click on the link into the join the Open Field Media Club, and then after you join the club, you can join the arena. And this you have both links here, club link and the arena, and we'll see. You are more than welcome. This is a weekly arena. There will be another one in next week at 9 a.m. Eastern time. All right, so Max Mlinek and GRZK, they're both stalwarts of the Chess on Twitch arena. They're both actually close to 2,000. I don't know what happened to their ratings recently, but we're going to also take a quick look between two but very, very likely strongest players in the tournament. It's International Master Leon Livaich, who is black, and Grandmaster Vugar Rasulov, who is... So this is a very interesting endgame, interesting ending in a sense that black has a pawn for the exchange, but the knight, if black is able to put the knight on f4 and exert internal pressure on the pawn on g2, it would be have been a good situation, but looks like Leon is going to save this endgame. So yeah, it's a tough endgame for both sides because it requires very precise play. And the knight is better than bishop when all pawns are on one side against rook. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I think Leon here would be satisfied with the draw. And here is a question. Ooh, that's actually a blunder of the knight. Oh no, ouch. Ouch. So that's painful. I feel for Leon here, I have to admit. That's, you know, he played this endgame so well and he basically had it into a drawn, but unfortunately that's what that is. All right, so let's take a quick look. This is a game between Stefan95, who is leading the tournament, and let's see who is currently playing against Vugar Rasulov. Ah, wonderful. This is a game between number 2 and number 3 on the board, and these two games, we now have 3 leaders here, and that's still an early game. And let's see, the Bulldog is still within a striking distance of the 3rd place. There's still 20 minutes left of the tournament, but I'm afraid that Leon this is not a good position. He is, I think, if I may say so, he's probably still tilted from losing that end game against Grandmaster Rasulov, in the last round. Quite understandable. So let's see. Let's go back to the leaders. This is the match between number 2 and number 3 on the board right now. Let's see how this goes. All right. Looks actually about equal. And let's take a quick look and see what Stefan95 is doing. Stefan95 is leading, but Hitalex is actually giving him a little bit of trouble. Hitalex has a bishop pair, and this is, bishop pair and attack for a pawn. I don't know. I prefer a white position here. That might be my own bias. Ooh, and yes, and unfortunately Leon has lost the game against George K13. So let's go back and see what... Okay, so what Slippery Speedster is doing. All right. Slippery Speedster is winning his game against Chepak. All right. Let's see, and yeah, 2 queens, and yeah, that's basically an honorary chess. So it looks like, interestingly enough, it looks like the race at the top has tightened. I think it's fair to say that Lassayon, who has won the last 7 games, has a fighter's chance of reaching the top spot. But I think the real fight has been Stefan95, who has just drawn his game and therefore has his streak broken, and Vugar has his streak going on. That promises to be everybody's tournament. Let's see how Stefan95 doing. Stefan95 is in deep trouble here because it's not immediately clear how... Yeah, and that's basically game over. Yeah. There is no way in the universe. Yeah. All right. Extra rook is going to be hard to defend. And yeah, bishop f3, and that's basically the end of this game. Wow. Okay. Very good. So Hitalex has won against Stefan 95. Actually, it's just a matter of time. Though let me stay with this game because given that Hitalex is relatively low on time, he has only 30 seconds for this position. Yeah, well, the problem here is there's always a possibility of blunder, especially in time trouble. But let's see here. All right, King B5, and all right, yeah, this is. It's really only the question if. And that's the simplest way of doing this position. I would play Rook C4, collect the knight, so you don't need to worry about the knight, who is a very tricky piece in time trouble. And now it's just a question of, there is no increment, but there is plenty of space, and and there you go. And now check, and oh, wow. Okay, guys, this is, I was just about to say that was enough time, but this ended up being a drawn game by insufficient material, literally one move before mate. I have to say this is why playing until the very end is useful when you're playing this. All right, let me see. Let's take a quick look at the game between Bulldog 167 and Nikola GRY, I guess my namesake from the Ukraine. Taking a quick look at the leaderboard. So we still have Vugar Rasulov and Stefan 85 leading. It's only 15 minutes left. Lassayon, Slippery Speedster, and Unknown Legend are still there. And I have to say that Smash Time Fools who is on a nice 9-game winning streak. Smash is within striking distance. Okay, I just saw, and I have to take a quick look, that this evaluation board jumped all over the place. Yeah, and looks like okay, but the problem here is that my namesake has no time, so this game is gonna end up a win for Leon Livaich. Okay, going back, let's take a quick look. I think Vugar is kind of starting to establish some distance between himself and Stefan, who after winning I think 14, 15 or 16 games, and it's tough. Hey, Drunk Pyro, I think you're exactly right. 2.96% chance is about what I think is there. I think it's a puncher's chance. It's fine. Anna Muzichuk was very sweet to say that against Karyakin, if I'm supposed to win one game out of 100, well, the first game might be that game. So let's see what happens. I'm not so much worried about the result as I'm worried about maybe getting Karyakin to come to Switch and be there. Yeah, I'm supposed to win 3 in 1,000, correct. Though I think if you count draws, I think my chances are a little bit better than that. I think that anyway. I'll actually share a math before we start on Tuesday. Anyway. All right, so let's go back to Stefan 85 and Lassayon. This is Stefan 85 is running away with this game. So this appears to be, I think this is a very good position for black. And how does black here prevent some nasty stuff along the lines of, Queen E1, Queen F2, and so on and so forth. We'll see. Anyway, thank you, Dirkie. Your support is greatly appreciated. Yeah, and now it's the white actually has one check. The problem is that he, after queen b8, king h7, queen b7, there are no more checks, and there is no easy way for white to prevent this queen f1 and queen g2 mate. So this is a one for Stefan 95. Yeah, and Laseon has resigned. Let's take a look. That basically gets Stefan 95 without striking distance of Ugar Rasulov, and gets Tipper Spister and Laseon neck and neck, I think. But Smashy is still playing, and Smashy can actually still win. Oh, okay. This promises to be a very interesting game. It's a game between a Grandmaster and a Super IM. Okay. Computer prefers black's position here. Yeah, for this reason, which is a little bit obvious. Yeah, okay. All right, so interesting. Okay, so now queen g5. All right, so if this ends up being drawn, this is a very important game for both the third place and the... Thanks, Pizza Racer, that's very greatly appreciated, thank you. All right, yeah, but now there is no way for white to prevent the, yeah, this position, and this is basically goodbye. All right, so yeah, so Grandmaster Rasulov has won this game, which basically puts him in a pretty strong lead. And there are only 9 seconds. I think that this means that he is now favorite to win the tournament. Hey, Diana Mirza, my dear friend, how are you doing? It's very good to see you. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the arena. And my chat here is moving rather slowly. Let me figure this out. To be quite frank, guys, this is a different layout on my computer, so I'm still learning how to use it. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. So basically, Ugar Rasulov leads with 72 points, Stefan 95 is 66. Slippery Speedster has actually caught up with Stefan 95 after winning 4 games in a row, and Smash Time Fools is still there, and after is actually very close to making the podium. Laseon is 4th with 59, and Leon Livajic, who goes by the name of Bulldog 167, after having a really good tournament in the beginning, has kind of a little bit faded away. But let's see, I think Stefan 85 still has a chance to catch Ugar, and he's playing Flox again. So, and Flox is in this unfortunate situation that he's playing a lot of players that are significantly stronger than him by rating, and I think he'll just blunder the piece. So let's see what Ugar. Oh, Ugar is playing Unknown Legend. And this is a very important game because Unknown Legend, if he wins this game, is very much in contention for the 3rd place. And Ugar, kind of, given the Stefan 85 is going to win, needs to win this game to maintain his lead. Hey, Diana, and thank you for subscribing with Tier 1. That's very greatly appreciated. And please, let's give a shout out to Diana Mirza. She's a fellow streamer and a friend of this channel. She's a great lady and a great streamer. If you haven't already, please give her a follow. I have been in her streams many times, so she's a great streamer. All right, so what else do we have here? So basically we have two games. The Phlox is in trouble here because he's low on time and he's down a piece. And yeah, and however you do this, and he here, even was, Stefan even blundered the rook, but that doesn't matter because he is. So that basically means that Stefan 85 is now within striking distance of Vugar Rasulov, which means that this game is actually very important, and not surprisingly, Vugar is winning this. Okay, so let's see. There are 5 minutes left. Oh, Diana, it's my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I think given the situation on the leaderboard that we're very close to being able to declare that Vugar is going to win this tournament. Stefan 95 has won, I think, 14 or 15 games in a row, but that's a tempo it's very hard to sustain. So what we should take a quick look at the fight for the third place. We there have Slippery Speedster, and I think we should take a look at this game because this is a game between number 2 and number 4. Stefan 85 is here. Has a significantly better position. An attack and an extra exchange to boot. So white here has an exchange for a pawn. Yeah, and converting this in endgame is probably the best option. Okay, so that's Stefan 85 Elasion. Let's see who else is playing. And okay, so Vugar has a game against player that's 2060, so Vugar is highly likely to win this by the virtue of pairing. But we're gonna, oh wow, Hitalex has just, wow, okay. So that sequence was at some point lost for Vugar. Let me see, what did I miss? All right. Okay. Yeah. This after this move, Black had a chance for win. So basically, instead of Queen C7, okay. Instead of Queen C7, after Queen C3, the Black missed E5. Okay. Yeah. I'm to be honest with you, it's something that I would have missed too. It's hard to see, but Hitalex is putting up a really good fight. It's still everybody's marbles. Yes, white has a bishop pair, but white is also a pawn down, and the black also, it has a rook on the d file, and this is probably a very interesting game because Stefan 95 has just won its game against Elasion. All right, so let's take a quick look at the leaderboard. Unfortunately, Vugar has 80 points at this point, so even if he loses this, and it's going to be a tall order for Stefan to catch. All right, and Elasion has already lost against Stefan 95, which gives Slippery Speedster there. Frankly, Smash Time Fools has probably a better chance of, and he's playing Stefan 95. Okay, so this is basically the top billing game right now, and there's still 2 minutes left in this tournament, and let's see how this game is gonna end. And unfortunately, as usually happens with the players of 2000, Hitalex is getting himself outplayed in the end game. He has no way of stopping this, the loss of c pawn, and unfortunately with that comes 2 protected pass pawns. And this is a theoretical win for white. Yeah, and now king is going to go to b6, which prevents any more checks, and one of the pawns is going to promote, and yeah, and white is simply faster here. All right, so that basically means that for all intents and purposes, Vogler has won the tournament, and I think we kind of have the firm top three. I think Vogler, Stefan 85, a slippery speedster would be it. I promised I would really like to see how Smashline Fools is doing, because he's having a great tournament. Is he playing? Yeah, there we go. He's playing. He is actually winning against Stefan 95. Very good game, Smashy. He is a piece up and is gonna end up winning here. All right. It's only 40 seconds left. So let's see how this go. Hey, Storm 2709, thank you. Congratulations to beating on 2558. That's very good. That's an excellent result. Congratulations. You should be proud. The question real here is whether Smashline Fools will have enough time to finish this before the tournament ends, and I don't think that's going to be the case. All right, so yeah, this is basically means that the tournament top three have already been decided. And yes, congratulations everyone. The arena is now officially over. Congratulations to Grandmaster Vogler Rasulov, who after winning Title Tuesday has now won the Open Field Media Cash Prizes Arena as well. Thank you, Bullet Mercenary, that means a lot. Also, congratulations to fellow Serbian Stefan 95, who was in the leaderboard throughout and was leading the tournament. He had an amazing streak of 14-1 games. And Slippery Speedster, who is not only, who actually managed to get a third place in it's probably the strongest field here. And also kudos to two players here, to 2511, who reached 17th place, to my dear friend Max Mlinak, who is probably, based on his rating, which is 1862, he had a fabulous tournament quietly. And thank you, Max, for participating. That's a fabulous tournament. Us outside of Mir Sultan Khan, you basically are based on rating, have the top billing. I was also very happy to see Unknown Legend 15 again. He didn't make the leaderboard this time, but he was in contention. And also a shout out to International Master Leon Livajic, who was leading for the first half of the tournament. And it was not but I think he blundered a knight in one crucial game, and I think that set him back. All right, so it's very good to see you guys. For the prizes, for the prizes, please contact me on Discord. If you guys have PayPal, that's great. That can be processed very quickly. We normally, after all this arena, we conduct a fairness review that can take a day or two, and then starting Monday, subject to review being finished, we're going to start giving out prizes. If you contact me via Discord or chess.com, or even DM on chess, or DM on Twitch, and I will process the prizes. For me, the best way to do it is PayPal. That's the easiest and it works. And anyway. So again, congratulations again. One very quick program announcement. Tomorrow, it's at 1 p.m. as opposed to usual noon. I'm playing an adoption match against WGM Laura Unuk of Chiquitas. I'm going to give Chiquitas a quick shout out. Oh, are we getting a raid? Hold on. I am going to now I can take a look here. Ah, very good. Thank you. Oh, Hakim, thank you for raiding with a party of 2. I didn't see you on the list of people in the leaderboard. I hope you had a pleasurable tournament. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. And by the way, Max, for the record, you gain 1 point. And very frankly, I normally, when I play these arenas, I lose points. So I have, I prefer to, you did better than what my average is here. And now the question here is Fiona is still on the starting screen. Where I'm gonna send you today is I am gonna send you to International Master, my bad. I think Gata Kamsky is actually hosting Europeshek. I'm going to send you to a streamer that I've streamed before, rated before. It's, I'm sorry, Max. It's tough to talk all this time. I'm going to send you to the Grandmaster Denis Borosh, who is a chess sweep, who is a great streamer and great friend. And let's send a raid his way. Yeah, he is International Grandmaster. Actually, the name for a Grandmaster in Russian is International Grandmaster, because in Russia they also had Soviet Union Grandmasters and Grandmasters of Russia, so that's how they distinguished. Anyway, so give Danish a shout out for me. It was always good to see you guys. And I'm sorry, chess guy. I'm sorry. I already started the raid. I'm now past the canceling. I promise to give you a raid on my next stream, which is going to be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Sorry about that. Hey, Davina, Twitch, let's go. Thank you. Thank you. I'm looking forward to you playing in one of these tournaments. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.